Hello everyone, I am ShadeRock1998. And
I
Sean's the...
am Zero.
No, you are not. You're not Lelouch.
Not that Zero.
And welcome to what might be the final episode of 999.
It would seem
Well, for now,
we
let's
are
just
yet
get
to
a
be
move
out of
on.
danger. You're right. Let's hurry.
We will eventually do Virtue's Last Reward. We just don't know when.
This exit needs the Uranus curtain.
And I so look forward to that.
Hey,
I
Junior.
actually have a plan for something I want
blind.
to do for Virtue's Last Reward, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off.
Tell me about it later,
Yeah, I
okay?
I know, this is something I would want to keep off camera just in case.
Of course. Anyway,
It's
Okay, let's go.
let's get out of the library.
Yeah, we have the Neptune
okay,
key.
Neptune key. Let's
Got the Uranus key to get us out of here.
Hey, look what room we're in.
says incinerator. So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time
Oh
I've seen it
look,
from this
it's
side.
the
Then
incinerator.
there ought to be a lever near the door. Yeah, right here.
So it's all coming full circle. I just realized something. Last time we were in here, and who wasn't with us?
Pull that and the door should open.
Those two.
Clover, Snake, and Santa.
No,
Got
Snake was here.
Well, no, Clover and Santa weren't.
Clover, Santa, and June.
So what will change because they're here
Let's
now?
go.
Everyone is here, Nick. Well, besides
Everyone but
Kubota.
9.
But can you really blame them?
What the
for
hell?
killing Kubota? Well, yeah,
Jumpy,
Of course I did.
obviously,
I'm so glad you're here.
Hey, what happened?
Santa got
I just fainted.
sneak
I wasn't
attacked.
feeling very
So
good.
should we explain what we were talking about off screen? The two
Um,
things that I've fit my theories about why she's here.
You'll get your answers.
Oh, I have two theories. Whichever one proves to be true, or whatever one
A lot
proves to
better
not
now.
be true, I will
Are
explain
you
the
sure?
theory.
Yep.
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
And what's wrong with him?
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and
What? Who took it?
what? Isn't that odd?
Where's Lotus and Ace?
Ace.
Oh, this scene looks familiar.
Ace.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaru Hongo, CEO of
So,
Crown
Gentaru.
Pharmaceuticals. You have me at a disadvantage. And you know me. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered?
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer it,
Yeah,
makes no
how
difference to me.
does Junpei know he has prosopagnosia?
This is a waste of time anyway.
Good question.
It's time for me to
He doesn't know.
First is one. Give me your hand.
They've now got a 9.
And with this,
And he's got the 9 bracelet.
9.
But, remember the last time he
The
did
ninth
this?
man. Kubota's
Yeah, the incinerator
I believe
started.
I've won. I've had quite a time
But
playing.
more specifically, it didn't
I must
work.
thank Zero, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning?
You know, Santa
At any
didn't say
rate,
he was 0.
This game ends
He never
now.
said he was 0.
Something's still going on here.
And the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant. I suggest you enjoy. Goodbye.
Because I remember when we tried this before, all it did was start the incinerator. Just like
Yeah.
it did for everyone else 9 years ago.
Why isn't it open? One more. Now open.
How does he not know what's happening?
No. What is this? Why? That digital root should be 9. Then why? Why is...
Error. I am error! Ooh, frig.
No. Ugh.
Boom!
Someone finally took him down.
That was close.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough of this. After what he did 9 years ago, I oughta. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much. Once he's locked up in a cell. 9 years? Yeah. You finally figured it out, dumbass.
It's funny, Ace has been treating 7 like shit for this entire game.
Yep.
And now 7 has the advantage.
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and...
Wait. Niji's...
Oh, right. Alright. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door
And
5.
poor
So
Ace
here's
realizes,
where all of it's coming together. He convinced
shit, I
9
killed
men.
Looked like you killed him.
He convinced 9 to kill himself.
The way
Well,
I
tricked
figured
him.
it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever
Yeah.
had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that number 9...
and Junpei
could do
already
whatever.
knows the motives.
You wanted to remove
Yeah,
that threat
Because
as
the,
soon as
the
possible.
memories are bleeding over.
2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a...
Because Kubota knew him.
He knew what had happened 9 years. You needed to silence him before he told 4. But last, and perhaps you used Kubota. You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen.
He had to make sure it was the same game it was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
He had to make sure that the bomb was really there.
That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki, chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake.
So yeah, why was
That
he
was
dressed
why
like
you thought
Snake? That's the one thing I don't get.
Because Zero
No,
put it,
that's
dressed him
not-
up that way.
That wasn't... Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat.
Wait, he just quoted him exactly.
Exactly.
Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of
He's
him.
getting he's drawing the memories from the other timelines.
Mm-hmm.
When
From
you
the safe
decided
ending
you
and the
had
bad
killed
ending
him.
and everything else.
He's
The murder
drawing
weapon
it
was
straight from the
Kubota's
safe
bracelet.
ending.
You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki. Then, when the door opened, you kicked 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds.
And he died.
Poor Nijisaki.
And you mean to say...
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you.
Well, I wouldn't...
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, do you remember what you said?
Okay.
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look?
I handed it to you, and you had been
When
in
we were
charge
talking
of
to
the Nonary
Clover.
project. Of course you would have known the solution to every... Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheel. All you had to do was place the watch...
He
in
left the room and
door
killed him
opened,
with the
you could
axe
enter
while
the
we were
captain's
talking to
quarters.
Clover.
Musashido was
This
there.
was the death I didn't get, but now it makes sense.
Conveniently placed
Yeah.
next to him was an axe that
Now, I wonder
dug
what
that
happened
axe
to
and buried the blade
Musashido
into the man's chest.
in the safe route,
Because we never went in there.
One blow was all
and
it
neither
took.
did Ace.
And then
Yeah.
you returned to the
Ace
chart
was
room as
us.
if nothing had happened.
Yeah.
Is that
There was
just one
something
plot
I
hole
wanted
that's
to
never
speak
covered?
with you about, Junpei. Could
No,
you
he
come
was
with
still
me?
dead because Clover had the
No,
zero
no,
bracelet.
it could be
So I followed
implied
you to the
that
wheelhouse.
Clover either killed him in cold
When you
blood,
stepped inside, remember how you
Yeah, because the
Or-
axe is never
then
brought
your
up in that
vest?
ending.
or it could just be that something happened.
You pulled out a
Yeah.
piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good...
Okay.
You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously...
Because of this.
What's with the
So yeah,
paper?
he did a little sleight of hand and put the
Let's see.
watch
Number
back
one,
into
there are
Junpei's
two ways you might
pocket.
survive this ordeal.
and he didn't
First is
notice.
to win the nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I've prepared a camera in the captain's quarters.
So Ace had two way. Oh, the camera. That never made
The
sense.
images
That
captured
had
by
no
that
purpose.
camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed. Simply look into the camera. Once you have confessed everything, I will release. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the cap. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Zero.
So Zero said up so
When I
he
awoke
could confess
in
that
room on D-Deck, I found that.
He could confess.
he
That
could
was why
confess
I
to
chose
escape,
door
or he
one
could
for the
escape with
motive.
us.
If I went
Yeah.
through that door, I knew I could get to the... As you said, I knew how to... My plan was to find the pocket watch before if I could, at least... Unfortunately for me, that sleight of hand was the best I could manage on...
You meant to kill him from the beginning then?
I only knew Musa Shido as a witness after I reached... I asked him, and he seemed groggy. Perhaps he'd only... I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning. I proceeded to the captain's quarter.
Ace, you were being manipulated.
Yes, it was little more than a puppet. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musa Shido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap.
Well, it doesn't help that he
Yes.
couldn't tell them apart.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was Zero's trap.
But
And I fell for hook, line,
for
and
who he
sinker.
is,
Yeah.
do you really think that he would have
By
cared?
manipulating you,
You know, this
Zero
guy I
was
don't
able
think
to
would have
kill
cared.
3
Plus,
people
I don't
and keep the blood
think
off his
Ace
own
here
hands.
is
All of this
as
was revenge for what
calculative
happened 9 years. That's why
as
this
Zero.
nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
And here we go. We're calling
Huh?
out Zero.
What the hell are you talking about?
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki. My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki. No doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey,
And now we're
I
calling
guess
out
this
everyone's
was all
real
part of
name.
your plan, right?
The only one whose real name they don't know is Lotus.
After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's.
Looks like you really do have your
His
memories back,
bracelet's
huh?
look at the bracelet. I don't know if that's just a texturing problem with this this picture, but there's no number.
Well, I
It-
guess there's no
it's
point in
the
hiding
way
it
that
then,
he's-
huh?
The watch is blank.
Yeah.
That's just the way that
I'm
it's
Aoi
positioned.
Kurashiki. I
It's
was
textured.
one of the kids in the nonary game
Yeah.
9 years ago. I made it out.
Actually, no, I just
But
realized
there's
the
one thing-
blankness.
No, I guess there's
Yeah, I
two
wonder if it
things
was
you
like that
got
this
wrong.
entire time and we just ignored it.
Number one,
No.
Now I'm tempted to. I'm gonna have to
I ain't
rewatch.
Zero.
Yeah, Nick.
What?
He's not
Wait,
Zero.
sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant.
So
like a secretary.
he's the secretary. So
But
who's?
an assistant's only an assistant.
Oh.
I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then who's?
If you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only... There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game.
Oh my God! Is my theory correct?
To save someone.
Saves?
Right.
Oh.
brought here
Okay.
my
They
sister.
only need to say one more thing to prove my theory.
Sakane.
What the hell are you talking about?
She's never had a fever this entire game.
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years
I just
ago
realized
in
what
this room.
Akane
I was there. I
Kurashiki's
saw-
suffering from.
Her existence was being burned away.
Where's...
Where's Akane
Where's-
Kurashiki?
Oh, my head!
7.
7 is
I don't know, I just...
His memories are starting to get
Rewrite.
really fucked up.
Memory problem.
so. To anyone who doesn't know, we have time travel bullshit.
Sure you know already, but I'll tell you.
Or
one
more
time.
specifically, this is a paradox.
It's. I kind of figured out. I started piecing it together right when they said she's supposed to be dead. She's what you call a
It was
bootstrap
project designed
paradox.
to test a particular phenomenon.
In order for her to exist, an event in the future has to
And
happen.
what was that phenomenon?
So the
Which
event
said
in.
if the event in the future does not happen,
An example we could give is Futurama, how, what's his name is his own grandfather.
yeah,
That's a bootstrap paradox in a way. Very bad example, but it's an example.
Physical contact.
There you go.
The morphogenetic field theory.
And she's got a morphogenic field
Human
theory, I
beings
guess,
use
with
these
either
invisible fields
herself
to exchange
or with
information.
Junpei.
That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic.
Okay.
They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set.
Okay, so they were supposed to help their brothers and
Transmitters
sisters.
were put in Building Q,
Yep.
and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake.
They
Akane
weren't.
was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on...
It's because she's not connected to Santa through the field.
she's connected
I think
to
I've
you.
told you enough.
She's been connected to
To
Junpei.
Junpei.
Don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb.
And
You
here
know
comes the
things you
really
shouldn't.
good part.
Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopag? How did you know why
He
Ace
knew
wanted to
because
kill
I knew.
He's
Kubota?
calling him
And
out
are you
that we were
surprised
pointing out
when
this
you found
entire
out
time.
Ace was Hongo?
His memories are bleeding over.
And what about the
They're not
clock?
bleeding
Specifically,
over
everything
now.
he's talking about has been stuff we've said around one person.
How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
The voice.
He knew because I knew.
Junpei
Junpei
was
was
seeing-
receiving information that I sent. Field said. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream into 2 branches. It only flows in one direction, it can never flow backwards.
It's time.
Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never goes back. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. The people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am the 9th letter of the alphabet, but I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I'm less than 0.
So negative?
0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0.
Oh. Oh, we've got... Where did she go?
Now, Nick,
No, Akane. Santa! Let's go. Oh, shit.
Freeze.
Oh. He's got the gun.
Santa's got a gun.
Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. Sure is about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of a fight. I mean, I don't think I would either. He just looks drained.
He's been broken.
Because he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through the door,
Hey,
but
what's your plan, Santa?
he can't get through any number of doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's all he's gonna give us. What the hell does that even mean? And they're out.
So
And now the
Nick-
gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. What?
So, Nick, remember that code for the coffin and the safe?
Yeah.
14383421.
That's important, isn't it?
Damn.
Multiply it by
Well,
9.
it looks like this door isn't opening
It's
anytime soon.
why.
When you multiply that by
We were
9, you
trapped?
get 1, 2, 4, 5, 0, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Think about it.
Well, I just said, yeah,
Ace,
no, it wasn't
snake.
an animation mistake. All their bracelets on their models are blank.
So it
Yeah.
would seem.
Okay, but no, what were you saying?
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Ace is 1.
Okay.
Snake is 2.
Oh my gosh.
Santa is 0.
No.
Or no, Santa is.
Santa is a 9.
Oh.
Clover is 4.
We take all their.
Junpei
We
is
take.
5.
So the.
June is 0.
Have you considered
So
where
the
we are?
number they gave us
There
to
can really
open
only
up
be
the safe
one
in the
thing Santa
coffin,
would do now.
when multiplied by 9,
No.
equals
Shows
all of
the-
them.
No.
The
you can't
actual
be serious.
shows the bracelet numbers of every.
Shit, we've got to do something. Okay, the door is still closed. It's vacant. If I have no one in this room can equal 9. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. 2 plus 6, we have an 8.
Junpei,
Yeah.
can I borrow your pen?
She's writing down the combinations. She's writing, I guess, 100 different.
What the hell are you
No.
doing, Clover?
She's. Oh, we're just drawing straws, aren't we?
No.
No, it's the only possible one. Snake plus Clover plus myself plus 7.
What?
So the only one who gets left behind,
There's no other way.
Would be Lotus.
she figured it out.
It's okay.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to.
If we had June, Ace, and Santa,
God damn it, you idiot!
Yeah, but that wouldn't work anyway. Remember, 3 to 5 people.
yeah, but no, we just have 2 different groups go through the door.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
But remember, a 9 doesn't work.
If you're not...
Oh,
Look, it'd be bad.
Remember, Ace tried that already.
yeah. Wait,
Also,
did she take into account the 0?
That?
Yeah, if there weren't assholes like you...
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just
also,
not leaving you
I
behind,
love
right?
that 7
End of
here is
story.
just saying,
7.
He's trying to
He's right.
be
I'm
a
not
good
leaving
guy.
you either.
Me too.
You
I
didn't
think it's a bit
honestly
more
think I
emotional than
abandoned
that. In fact,
You're all...
gonna say this right now, official pairing.
Hmm?
If
That being said, however,
the writer of the series made it official that
However.
these two are a pair.
Ah.
I doubt we would be able
Yeah.
to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lo.
Yeah, as we saw, the door doesn't open.
I
We've
trust
seen
you
it
remember
twice.
What happened to Ace? I couldn't see. I was able to guess what he was attempting.
Oh, yeah.
This red is a dud.
No! That
I don't
kid's
think there
always
would be a
should
dud.
mine. Then why?
Otherwise,
Why
what
isn't
would be
it
the
opening?
point of this whole thing?
True.
Just
There's
to
one
see.
more puzzle.
Why don't we give it a shot?
Why did it end with the
Give it a
other
shot.
group in this room? They couldn't open the door either.
Yes, that is.
Was there something else they were missing?
You were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did.
Now look in the
open
top
9
right.
years ago.
You think maybe they changed
Keep
the
an eye
colors?
on that as the scene changes.
What? Wait, what am I keeping an eye on?
Keep an eye on the screen change.
I saw for a second that I saw the red again.
Yeah, no. Just keep an eye on the top right of the screen as you move back to.
You mean around where the adventure screen thing is?
Yeah. Keep an eye on that.
Okay. Whoa! What the fuck?
I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected. was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was
What the
thinking, what
fuck
he was
is
feeling, what he
happening?
was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field, said we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer.
It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was
All this time when we
my resonant event melted into him, and we became one inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in two realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. It is a fucking bootstrap paradox. But she's not the paradox. Junpei is.
No, she is.
Well, no,
the
Junpei's the
paradox.
originator of the paradox. She's the paradox itself, but he's the one who causes it.
Okay. So remember how building.
We'll explain after we're done the reading, because we do have
Yeah.
some of a time frame.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could think of it as two movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
This is the team from 9 years ago.
Yep.
The girl in the green dress looks like Lotus, so I'm guessing that's her one daughter. There's Santa, there's Snake, there's Akane, but we don't know the
Akane.
others.
And the other five are they're just there.
Yeah, no, they're very generic. But even though they're generic, they actually do have defined features.
Yeah.
That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age. We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind 9 years later, so we called him Snake.
Hello, everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fight died down, and we gathered
I
around
have
him.
a little sister. She is right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
As he spoke, he pulled
Yeah.
something from his pocket.
Oh boy.
The clovers. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant
How he did that is fucking
is
amazing.
difficult. But my
It's
sister
still-
means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with for their sake. We have to survive. If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in them. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust? Those words are leaf words. So if you
Love,
believe what I've told you,
Trust,
and you understand,
love, faith,
then I want
and
you
luck.
each to have one of these.
Which they
They're
could use a
promise
little bit
between
of.
friends.
He gave a clover to each of us, and I took one too. So, do you want to keep reading while I explain what the hell... Eventually he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. Do you want to keep reading while I
I
explain?
had one last thing to say.
Now, don't ever
Keep
forget.
going.
So
One thing I'll point out right now, if you haven't looked at the upper right, like Sean was telling me earlier,
When he
you'll see that it
finished
no longer
the
says
session,
adventure or
only
novel.
A few minutes before it gone, you were calm. We are now seeing things through Akane's eyes.
Of the events 9 years ago.
After that, we ran around the ship for a while and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally.
A door with the number 9 on it.
In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. Split into 2 groups and walked through the doors.
I'll start reading now. Since I've explained what I wanted to explain.
Alright.
We're back in the incinerator.
Every time that we switched to adventure mode, we were seeing through.
In adventure mode, we were seeing through June. Whenever the screen flickered.
Whenever the screen changed, however, to on its own, we were seeing things through.
Whenever you saw that
June.
weird circle pattern on the screen.
We saw things through. We saw things through June's mind, essentially.
Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another nine door, but this time, it was the only one. But if there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had gone bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
this is where 7 shows up.
Incineration will take place. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did the thing say?
These poor children.
There's a reason why they don't do this in real life.
Yeah.
And it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, 7. High up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him
Don't worry,
7.
kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue.
The rest happened just like what 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of the door, 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral staircase, but she wasn't fast enough and Ace caught her. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nana, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who had gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nana had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop. I glanced over my shoulder time to see if they had caught up.
Oh
That's
no,
what
where
I was
is
when
it?
I
Did I drop
realized.
Jumpy's present?
Oh. She went back.
I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it on the as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to.
She
But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the shit. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt it pass me up the staircase.
I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quiet as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran to the hallway and looked
There
around
it is!
frantically. It was just where I thought it'd be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as soon as she ran back toward the stairs in freedom, the asshole showed up.
Ace.
It was Hangu. Gentaru Hangu. 9 years later, we would call him
How
Ace.
wonderful to see you decided.
He smiled at his smile made my blood run cold. He looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his
Come with
mouth.
We must continue the experiment.
Shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step,
Imagine a
2 steps,
Joker group.
3 steps. I could imagine. Oh shit! Then I spun around and broke into a run. She wasn't fast enough. Hongo's hand closed over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity in his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
Stop! Let go of me!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me.
I was still only a child. I had no match. I was no match for a man like Hung.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then suddenly,
Akane!
door to the stairs flew open. My brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
Cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongo.
You came back!
Then,
You're too late.
threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother and his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo, because the door closed. With a cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, as his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything we would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red and sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He weighed them both over the scanner panel. 0 and 9.
No, it can't.
2 ashes
It could be 0 and 9.
He checked the screen and
Because
tossed his
hers is
bracelets
fine.
carelessly on the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course, said nothing, and walked past me, though there was nothing.
As though it was nothing more than a rock roadside. A few moments later, the
Okay.
doors go shut.
And I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around toward the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I've tried.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Then it started again.
Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Incineration.
Hey, wait, now it says Junpei Vision, so we're back in present day.
Minutes. Please
Yep.
evacuate the incinerator immediately.
I knew I was gonna say, but this is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it!
It's starting.
Santa started the.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice.
What the hell?
Poor Seven having to get.
It's
She's
9
the only one
years
who's-
and 9
Eight's
years
the only
now,
one who's
it's not
confused.
9 years something. Then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
I kind of feel bad for Lotus here, 'cause she has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Okay, there's gotta be a way out.
17 minutes.
So far,
you know
none
what
of the
that
puzzles have
means,
been
right?
unfair. There's
Incinerate means. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know. Well, God damn it! I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever, but you have to do something for me. 7.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut up.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
So what the hell do we do?
yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her.
Wait, the floor is moving. What else can I say about it, but
What the hell is that?
One last puzzle. Akane Vision.
What is that?
what else could I say?
This is the paradox.
The floor opened and the machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kind of did. It was a
Oh, I'm starting to
monitor,
figure it out.
keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it.
I think I'm starting to figure out what happened.
I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as I forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring
Aw.
back from the glass, drenched in tears.
Hey. Hold on. I'll read Junpei. Oh. I'll read the Junpei, you'll read Akane.
Sure.
All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Gah. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, it's gotta be something, it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Lotus.
Hey, we're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you get to shove people
It's
around.
turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Is that Sudoku? Huh, well, at least it's on
It was
now.
in the original game.
It was?
Yeah.
What is it now?
A much simpler puzzle.
What's on the
trust me.
screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
This is the puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop?
Alright, puzzle. How do you work? Oh man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop.
My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost.
Her connection is gone because of all the stuff I did.
My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them.
Hey,
Then I heard a voice.
what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Ah, don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still...
You cut out that tour.
Uh,
At my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. There you go. We're up now.
I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair.
Oh my god, how hammy can you get?
You see? I've even left you away.
I don't know why, but whenever he gets like this, you know what I start expecting him to start ranting on about?
Oh, wait out!
What?
The door to darkness.
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
Do you blame me?
No, I don't, because it's the same voice actor.
And after how many times I've played Kingdom Hearts?
Everlasting
I'm not going to
darkness!
listen to you!
I
If
can't
you're
do
just
a
going to throw me
I
out,
can't do the
you
voice
might
either.
as well just die now!
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair... If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success.
Yeah, because for the results to, it's scientific theory in general. For an experiment to not be rigged, there has to be a chance of
some
victory.
chance of success. No matter how minuscule
That's
it is.
actually why a lot of the experiments about video games violence don't add up, because the results are rigged, where they tested on aggression. I had to write a paper on this, and I interviewed Adam, who I've had on a stream before, and I'm helping him with a game. He talked about an experiment Harvard did, where they took Half-Life 2 and modded different things. One version of it was left alone. Another version had the tutorial removed. Another version had the controls altered to be worse, and the tutorial was intact. The other one was worse controls and no tutorial. Those with no tutorial and worse controls were more angry because they felt it was rigged and unfair.
It was rigged and unfair.
That was the point of the experiment, to show that the thing that causes aggression is not the violence in the game. It's when you
how
feel like
unfair
you're,
the game is.
It's when you feel like you're being cheated out of something. It's like with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
There's not a very clear tutorial and you get frustrated.
Yeah.
But like, if you notice how Mike says Dark Souls, when I started Dark Souls 1, I got very angry a lot. But by
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3,
You were very experienced.
I was a little bit more comfortable. Still got a little bit frustrated. But that was only certain
Yeah.
bosses, like
Anyway.
Aldrich. Okay, we'll continue. The verification.
Okay.
Okay, then I remembered.
Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
Asshole.
5.
Also, 1 and 3, his and Santa's numbers.
That's dick. Actually, I wonder if
Well-
Santa did that on purpose.
I don't know.
It says I grabbed the red.
It's not gonna work. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
It won't work because her bracelet's considered dead right now. Or the red's just
I
not.
hear Hongo's muffled voice from across.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will act. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What's that?
Why are you
She's a little
You
kid!
don't know what it's like to spend every... Now start the experiment. Stop.
I can't! I don't...
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find a solution.
How? That makes no goddamn
Then
sense.
You'll die. You'll burn alive.
He doesn't realize that she's
imagine
not supposed to be
Well,
there.
no, it's not so much she can't access it. How is the answer supposed to be in the field already? Unless the people on...
Because the people on Building Q are going through...
But then they must have
are
the answer.
supposed to go through the situation.
If there's no
Exactly.
hint, it's an unfair puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
He rigged the puzzle to fail. Okay, we've got 10 minutes.
Fucking asshole.
Mhm.
I can't imagine what the kids in Building Q could be going through.
They clearly got out. Okay, it says I was crying.
I was crying, great gulping sobs, broken by hiccups that shook my body. A tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking hands to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how my palms were sweating, my knees were weak, my arms were heavy. Mom spaghetti. And my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot, I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. I reached into my pocket and wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The old jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me! Jumpy!
And now to solve the puzzle.
Akane?
Akane!
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell...
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me. And I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd you go? Maybe over here.
Akane! Akane! Can you...
Fuck. Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her.
Akane!
Shit.
Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
Sean?
Spun around, I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I heard it so clearly, like he was right there.
Jumpy?
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy?
Oh my god. That's her. She's there.
Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Really?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
Can't believe that he knew that.
Now I understand what Santa
Right.
meant.
There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
He figured out that we're in a paradox. So now we're no longer switching between novel and adventure.
We're switching between Junpei and June. Or Akane.
Yeah, with,
And also,
Jumpy, we don't
something I
have
wanted to
time!
point out about Junpei's clothes.
as quick as I could, I told him that I had to solve. This is yours.
7 minutes. As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in later.
7 minutes is all you can spare?
God damn it, Nick.
I had to remember this, and I do. I get everything now. This is all done because of her. At last, I finally understood what all of this means. I know why the nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god, this is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is, Zero is, Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had glimpsed of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. This is a bootstrap paradox, as we said. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. That's why we are number 5.
Exactly.
We are taking her
Well, actually,
place in these events.
No, it's not just that.
Well, no, that's one of the other
Essentially,
reasons.
what we're doing is
Following her steps.
following the steps that she saw
I
in
will
the
save
future.
her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her no matter what. Now we have to, because if we don't, time will be fucked.
6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. So don't worry, alright? Just...
Everyone's probably looking at him like he's insane.
Besides Clover and Snake.
Because they know what's going on somewhat.
It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart was burning with my feelings for him.
My fucking god.
Yep.
Even the young version.
Yep.
Snake talking to them about something. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't kill her. I don't.
Get out of
fucking
my
care.
way! Now I'm just thinking of Shadow the Hedgehog. You know what I'm talking about with that, right?
Yeah.
Just trust me, okay?
Beginning of Shadow the Hedgehog's game. Sorry, Lewis, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order, so I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. Just have to try it.
Think of what I did all those times before.
So,
I did
in
this
the
on my
original
own,
version
with my
of
own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
So in the original, this was
all the
Sudoku.
time that
One
all the
last.
time-
Oh wait,
no, no,
it's an
all the
escape
time.
room. Seek a way out. The last puzzle.
In the original 999, you weren't playing as Junpei.
You were
playing
Akane.
as Akane.
And this time they gave me.
This
when I
scene
pressed hint.
in this puzzle was different. It was a Sudoku puzzle, but it was upside down. The reason? The top screen was Junpei's perspective. The bottom screen was Akane's perspective.
Okay, let me see here.
In order to play the Sudoku game, you had to turn the DS upside down and play as Junpei rather than as June. So,
Let's see.
let's solve this fucking puzzle already.
Yeah, okay. Throw on the hint so I can see everything.
It's very simple, Nick.
I think everything equal 9.
Yeah, but Nick, have you changed any of the pieces yet?
I switched one, but I already reset. Okay, so let's see here.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're trying to make the bottom spell password.
Motherfucker!
So all you need to do is just Switch the letters out exactly with the numbers
Okay, so
that
it's
are replacing
P.
them.
S W
R.
I'm having Red vs. Bloom flashbacks. Never set a password just to be password.
It's not a pass. The password isn't password.
Please enter the password. Password.
No, it's not password.
What is it?
It showed you the password.
I didn't get to see it. I was face palming.
What were you trying to get the numbers to equal?
9. So is that the password?
Yep. Just a single 9.
Oh, it's the digit.
Yeah.
I actually wrote out 9. Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's it. Akane!
That was
did you
actually the
get it?
achievement. Is that your final
Yeah.
answer? So the final answer to all of this.
Is 9.
Yes, I did. I solved it. I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did. Now I just have
She
to
cheated.
press enter.
I hit the enter key.
What the hell are you waiting for?
Okay, I will.
That actually just came up for me.
Yep.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed.
It has been confirmed.
Incineration system has been disabled.
Jumpy! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him. They were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded. At the same time, what strength I had left appeared and I collapsed on the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying, enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about it in my burst.
Meanwhile,
Now on the screen before it closed, it showed all of your numbers adding up to each other.
yeah, so we have 8.
No, we have 26.
Uh-huh. I can't quite believe I did that. But I'm so glad, so glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. Oh shit.
Yeah, it didn't turn off the incinerator.
No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell
Akane,
like
sorry, but things are... I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
yeah, we're not done yet.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind.
And now we're back to my perspective, aren't we?
For now.
Now,
Yep, here we go. Well, 7 and Lowe's don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Okay.
shut it.
Right, okay. So maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So if I have...
So what if I haven't
Alright,
pressed
nothing
the
on me.
enter
Okay,
key?
here it goes. Wait.
Incineration will be 90 seconds.
It's not working.
Doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the enter key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. And okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course.
2 plus 4 plus 5
That's
plus
what the
7
numbers that
plus
showed
8.
up for the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9.
Door 9.
Number on the door isn't 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can seek a way out.
Holy shit, of course. Then we just had to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they can trust me on this one, or we are all fucked. Alright,
No
no
time
time
to
to explain, just
explain.
go.
Verify your numbers on the red.
Verify?
Who?
What combination?
All of us. We all need.
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it.
It's not a 9.
Incineration.
It's a 6.
Not a 9. No.
I think it was. Incineration will begin in 10 seconds.
8,
No, Nick, it's not a 6.
6, 5,
It's a Q.
3.
Motherfucker.
Lowercase Q.
Central gate has been incineration system.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. Oh, no time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds.
Oh, guys, move it. Boy, what about the others? Just in time.
Just think about it. Akane is 0,
And there goes the door. No accommodation. We're not done. We've still got to find the dead. The very last dead.
So Nick,
Yeah.
that was never a. That was never a 9. It wasn't even a number. It
He's
was
going
a
to explain
letter.
right now. Man, that guy can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lois are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap,
Akane?
but
Akane, can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel, but nothing. I guess we're switching back to her perspective.
Yep.
Yep, here we go.
Seek way out. Seek a door carrying a Q.
Door opened.
Standing in front of it with my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was.
You cut out my voice. Was
was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms.
Yeah, no, Discord cuts out random moments. That's the only bad thing about it. She's got, they do realize.
Yeah, just keep reading.
Say them. I'm reading. This is yours?
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried. The steady thump from my heart in his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as I would go and held him as tight as I could. Just be there felt like a miracle. And felt the warmth of another human body in what it seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I walked away from him and walked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel.
Oh, she grabbed them?
That was it. Yeah, she grabbed the bracelets before we switched over to Junpei's perspective.
I was about to say, please tell me she didn't forget them.
That would have been very fucked up.
Yeah. Also, it would
I
have made
took
no
a deep
sense.
breath and looked around again. A huge detective who we'd called 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
I was frightened. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom.
Time for more running. But if they could get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. Hers being so hard, I could barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? 7 talking?
Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why?
Yeah.
And now
all
Junpei's
five
going
was
to
verified
explain
numbers
the
are
door.
red. 2 plus 4 plus
Also
5
notice,
plus 7. It shouldn't have opened.
no, wait, actually, never mind.
That's not like you, Lotus.
I was about to say something, but I realized.
Let's just say it.
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the two numbers in base 2?
0 and
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15,
H is 17.
K is 20.
N is
Okay.
23.
Yeah, and?
Q.
26.
They just realized
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
it was a Q.
Dude, this guy keeps...
A fucking lowercase q!
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base...
It was set up so the only ones who could get out of that room,
were the 5 of them.
they made it so it couldn't, that Ace would never be able to leave. God, my thighs are killing me.
Exactly.
I swear, any moment now, I'm going to tear a muscle. I feel like every single of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are going to burst. Maybe just a short burst. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left.
But yeah,
Run like a bullet down a rifled barrel. Like a tornado
Now-
cutting through a sea of clouds. And where the fuck is Ace and Santa?
so
I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. You were never on a boat. I'm calling it now. Phew. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
This is gonna be the long episode, but that's because this is the finale. There's no point to break it up.
yep. Let me know when you switched over.
Even- Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. Switched.
I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aloy's. He gave it a light, reassuring squeeze. Small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace, not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. Gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he whispered. It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really?
Nope, 9
That
years
was
later.
wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years.
Because they've created a paradox now. Now, for her to keep existing, they had to create this game 9 years later.
Yeah.
Because in the one timeline, she dies, or we don't. Yes,
And-
finally, air. Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh, I gotta admit, it doesn't quite look like. Wait.
No,
You've gotta be shitting me.
can't be.
This is...
We're in Nevada. We're in
Yep.
fucking Nevada.
Welcome to the Nevada test site, Building Q.
Oh,
Building in the Nevada desert.
fucking Nevada. Every
the mock
goddamn time.
experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? I just hear something fall. All the bracelets fell off.
You guys escaped.
Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never got a good look at the underside of one of those. Let's see what's inside you. Just a low
And
electron
here's the
strip,
kicker.
like an ATM chip. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with.
Akane,
Figures. So, were the bombs fake.
Jumpy.
Huh. Guess I must be crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind.
We finally made it. It's over.
As I say, did it just freeze? So is that it? Or is there a post-credit?
There's post-credits, of course there are.
Well, should we
But
let
for
these
now,
are these unique credits, or are they the same as we did last time?
the only thing that's different is the music playing in the background.
So they're saying we
And
should let it play?
and some few scenes.
So should we talk?
So, Nick.
Yeah. I
What
have
is
one
your
question.
journey?
What the fuck just happened?
Exactly.
Okay, so I understand the paradox is why... Okay, so everyone is wondering, she got out 9 years ago, why did they have to recreate this experiment 9 years later? And why was...
Because the only reason she got out is because she looked into the future and saw what Junpei saw and did exactly what Junpei did.
And that's what
So she
Santa
had
meant
to
by that
recreate.
his sister died 9 years ago. That without this experiment happening, she dies.
She would die.
She saw that possibility and probably told them, and that's why they made sure this was a thing.
Yeah.
So,
And
but she said
also-
the real Zero is her, but that's because... But she said she isn't Zero yet, so...
Yet. We were playing as young Akane.
So if I'm guessing now, 9 years later, the Zero then still won't be her. I'm guessing there's another Akane in Virtue's Last Reward or Time Dilemma.
You'll find out.
Well, we'll be doing up to Virtue's Last Reward. Time Dilemma, maybe if it goes on sale in the future.
Oh boy. I want you to play Zero Santa.
That all depends, again, on money.
Yeah.
I like that the last picture it showed was, well, before Santa crying was, Seven holding back Junpei. Oh no, it's still going through the pictures.
Yeah, it's still going.
The credits are done, but now we're just seeing pictures. It's all the unique scenes with the characters.
Yeah. It's only when I can start auto.
Okay, that's a new picture. Was that Junpei with the best of face? When did that show up?
You'll see it.
I'm so confused.
It's only
Oh,
when I can play
here we
auto.
go. She's talking.
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Okay.
And now it's voice acted.
You
So.
don't look okay.
So,
Okay,
not
here we go.
only did they plan it so that
You want me to read this
Exactly.
last scene?
it's just gonna... Let's just let it play. Okay?
Well, no, there's some dialogue after it. It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly
How does it
set.
look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just
But yeah,
kept
even
growing
if
growing
Ace...
and
They
growing.
realized that Ace would fuck things over.
What does that
Yeah.
even
More
mean?
likely than not.
So they had to get
So
him out there.
they even... No. They had contingencies for in case Ace did succeed and killing
Junpei grinned
pretty much
and-
everyone.
See? I
Oh.
told you you're not
We'll
okay.
talk about that after
You
this
two
little
were
post-credit
never
scene.
eat
There's
live
another
Jumpy.
credit scene after this.
Yeah, I'm guessing from Junpei's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
I love how much of a dork he sounds as a child.
Now they're going to Africa to fight the zombies. Wait, wrong game. Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition tank and gas in the tank. Looks like it was a present, you know. Anyway, we jumped in and now here we are screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed in the back seat. Still can't believe. Oh my God! They let Clover
they
drive.
let Clover drive.
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around.
there's no speed limit.
Okay, I mean, yeah, they're in the desert, so...
Clover, watch
But
those bumps,
still.
all right?
Fuck.
This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Aw.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Sam?
I think 7's in the
God,
middle.
I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Hey, what country is 7 from?
Yeah.
I think he's actually a Japanese cop. I'm not sure though.
So what you're saying is he's a Japanese cop, so that means... Okay.
Hell no. There's no way I'm giving this.
I'm not sure though.
The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire track. There's no doubt about it.
So they got out
Hurry if
too.
we want to catch them, don't we?
They also don't. I don't think 7 actually has his.
Oh shit! God damn it, she doesn't drive so, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I don't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. And switching visions.
It was a couple hours after we run into the junior high. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline.
What the fuck?
The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them, furious.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. Like the little jumper he is.
Yep.
He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed. I caught it as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
Policeman and I headed back to the hill. And all we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth.
Your teeth.
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the
Yeah, those assholes were the ones that did that.
But he wasn't sure.
Put some grass from the ground and tossed it into the...
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that.
Those are some fucked up junior high students.
Yeah, those are the kinds of people who turn to psychos. Okay, back to my
there's still some stuff I don't get.
dialogue. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I
Like
do.
Ace. Well, I guess I should say Kataro Hongo. Why did he create the nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
He's in the trunk.
Yeah, they left him in the trunk.
He is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut.
Yes.
His eyes just looked empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Are you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead, try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces, I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field center, then perhaps I could see faces.
I was gonna say, if he was gonna do something stupid, like it was because so he could see God or
Peering
something.
into people's minds,
No, he's not a fanatic.
processing the expressions of others.
He just wanted to cure his prosopagnosia.
Yes. If you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness.
And he tapes his mouth shut. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Yeah, no, I would do that too. Time for the tape to go back. Duct tape is great.
So what's your second question?
Silence is golden. Duct tape is silver.
That is my favorite saying. Well, somebody's a little
My next
nosy.
question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, I escaped from the gigantic. I kept going after Hongo on my own. But the slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Congo has something to say. Alright, fine. I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice does 9 years ago. I found Alice's coffin behind. There was nothing in it. But the root. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular.
He was able to create his the anesthetic from it.
I used that extract to create Soap. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever.
Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Switching again.
Yep.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
He named it
Jumpy
after him.
pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm towards me. His hand was a doll made out of yarn, small enough to palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
The idiot.
Wait, what? That's...
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used
Voodoo
for,
the voodoo.
right?
Yeah.
No one gets what we're referencing.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems
you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
After June, we aren't going to see each other too
Call
much.
it June, then.
Okay. So,
And now it comes full
wanted
circle.
To give...
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This
Motherfucker.
doll, traditional charm of tribe.
What the hell?
So I give this. It me. So we always...
They're little kids, give them the break.
I know.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here.
But granted, it's probably easier to talk like this than talk with the missing tooth.
True.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face. Tiny yarn by.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you. I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city, painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of the evening, just the two of us, leaning gently against one another shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened and one by one the lights of the flicker on.
My time. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how did I make sense of what 7 remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But 7, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? This is what we point out. This is the paradox. Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, 7? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Over there.
What? Hmm?
Now for the biggest mindfuck of all.
What the shit? The burning gaze of the Nevada sun poured down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on the shimmering light was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. What the shit? Was that just a gag or? Don't forget the achievement. Don't forget your towel.
I mean, you did just get off a cruise ship.
A sixth sense of what's coming. And now we have every ending. And now we have a complete flowchart.
Yep. So, Nick.
So, okay, now that all the post-credit stuff is done, should we explain all the different endings, starting with the sub-ending and going to the left?
I say we start with the knife ending, because
Is
that's
that-
where we started.
Okay. So, okay. We'll explain it all from the beginning. Though this has gone on for an hour, so I think that will be a bonus episode explaining the endings. Agreed?
Okay, fine.
So, I have been Shade Rock 1998.
And I have been his trustful guide, Zero.
Fuck! And we will see you for a bonus episode and the next major project, Virtue's Last Reward, when we get to it.
See you guys then.